Alright YouTube, so today we have something I was never planning on talking about. It's a game and a genre that I've literally never discussed on my channel, fighting games, and more specifically Street Fighter V. Turns out here recently, Capcom actually put ads into the game, on the actual characters no less. It's not just like some sort of product placement or advertisement in the background of, say, a stage you might be fighting on. Like, there's literally decals on top of your characters, like on their shoulders and on their outfits and stuff like that. It's pretty damn ridiculous. But don't get me wrong, there are advertisements within the actual stages, like the ground that the characters are walking on and in the background of the stages, which isn't bad. Like, that does not bother me. But when you're putting the ads on top of the characters, like skins and outfits, that's crazy. Let's just hop into it, man. Look at this bullshit. You are seeing a pre-fight screen for Guile, and I think Blancas, how you say his name? I haven't played Street Fighter in a very long time. Look at the amount of Capcom Pro Tour ads there are on both of these characters. You're seeing at least 4 on Guile. You're seeing, or at least 5. You see 1 on his shirt pocket, 2 around the collar of his shirt, and I'm assuming there's 1 on each of his arms. If you're looking at Blanca, there's 1 on each of those like arm strap things on both of his thighs and his belt. What is the need to put that many on a single character? It's absolutely absurd. So right here we can have a look at what the advertisements look like during a fight. You see it on the ground and on the screens in the background, which I said previously, it doesn't bother me. That's not a big deal. That's not like overbearing. It's just in the background of a fight. Who the hell cares? But you can actually see it on Ryu's gloves. You can see on his other characters' gloves and maybe even his belt. And it's probably somewhere else on both of these characters. Probably Ryu's back or something like that. Like, this is some next level shit. As of right now, they're only hyping up the Capcom Pro Tour, the Capcom Cup that's coming up, I guess, Street Fighter V tournament or something. I'm not entirely sure what it is. I don't play these games. That's not, I guess, not necessarily that bad. It's not like they're pushing a product on you, like, hey guys, buy some Red Bull or something like that. They're not doing that, but who knows if that's not like the future of this. Like, if this is somehow successful or helps Capcom in some way, who's to say that they won't have actual advertisements in Street Fighter 6 or something like that? Or in a few years, we're going to fire up Resident Evil 8 and we're going to see Leon Kennedy eating a bag of Doritos or some shit. Like, it's, who knows how far this is going to go. It's just kind of crazy to me because we're not used to seeing actual products in a video game. Usually they're satirical versions of things. If you look at something like Grand Theft Auto, for example, they make satirical versions of pretty much everything. And other games do it as well. Or they come up with their own products for that universe that the game is set in or whatever. But it's not like there haven't been actual real-world items within video games. I can look back on something like Final Fantasy 15 when I first came across the Nissen Cup of Noodles within the actual game. That surprised the hell out of me. For those that somehow might not be aware of this, this is an actual product you can buy. I have this sitting in my kitchen right now on the shelf. I eat these pretty damn often. This did not bother me when I first seen it, but looking back on it now, it is kind of fucking shady, man. Because that means that Nissen and Square Enix worked out some sort of deal. They probably paid, Square Enix a ton of money to advertise their product within the game. And like I said, I like the product. I have this stuff in my kitchen. I eat it all the time. But I don't want you to try to push a product on me within a video game, bro. We see ads everywhere. There's ads all over YouTube. There's ads on Facebook, Instagram, fucking Snapchat of all things. I don't want to pay $60 for a video game, fire up a match to fight somebody in a fighting game or something, and there's like a product or something being sold to me or pushed to me. I already gave you my money. How much more do you need? Goddamn. Now, the ads within Street Fighter V are actually optional. You can turn them off if you want to. You're not forced to see them. They're only on the default costumes of the characters. So if you use an alternate costume, you will not see them. And they're only on certain stages. I guess the ones that are being used in the actual like fighting tournament thing, the Capcom Cup or whatever. Only on certain stages will you actually see the ads. So it's not 100% forced on you. Again, you can turn it off. It's only on certain stages, only on default characters. But that doesn't make it any less ridiculous. The thing that makes it so laughable to me is what is the need to put so many of the same exact logo on each character? Right now, on the front of this character, right now, you can see 4 of the exact same damn image. And there's no telling if there's more on his sides, on his legs, on his back. We have no idea. The back of his hat, maybe. The top of his hat, underneath his hat. Maybe it's tattooed on his ball sack. I don't know. What exactly is the need to put so many of the exact same advertisement on these characters, man? Like, why can't you just put like 1 or 2, like on their gloves, on their shoulders, 1 on every character's back or something like that? Why do you have to have so many? Like, what is that actually going to change? And what exactly are you advertising for? Like, Street Fighter is one of the most iconic fighting game series out there. You don't really need to hype up their pro tournament or whatever. People who are interested are going to tune in anyway. It just doesn't really make sense to me. Like, it's so just like inept. It's just so devoid of logic that it just makes me laugh, man. And as I said previously, it is optional, you can't turn it off. But it turns out there's actually some incentive to have these on whenever you go into a fight in-game. You actually earn fight money from this, which I guess is like the in-game currency. And you can use the fight money to buy like microtransaction items, DLC essentially, or whatever. So you don't actually have to spend actual real-world money on these items. So like there's some incentive to use this. You're almost punished if you don't, right? Because like you're missing out on free in-game currency. Thing is, however, the amount that you can earn from using these advertisements is so minuscule that it's pointless. It's so, again, devoid of any logic. You can earn upwards of, I guess, 12 fight money for using, like, the stage, the background, and on your character, but you can need upwards of around 20,000 to buy a new outfit. So you need 20,000 fight money to buy a new outfit, and these advertisements will give you 12 fight money. Why does it have to be such a low, embarrassing amount? Again, I don't know anything about this game. I haven't played a Street Fighter game, and I don't even know how long, man. Maybe you earn 1,000 or a couple thousand per fight, so maybe getting 20,000 isn't that hard. I'd imagine it's still probably a low amount, so that you have to grind for it so that they can make some money off microtransactions. But what's the harm in, like, if you put on all 3 advertisements, that you earn, like, let's say, like, 100 fight money, so that if you do, like, 10 fights, that's a free, 1,000 right there. That's a free 1,000 fight money. That just seems like the most obvious thing to me, because 12 seems, like, super, super low. And that might be the norm. Maybe you only earn, like, 12 per fight normally, so maybe putting these on, you earn double the fight money you normally would earn. So maybe it is a good thing in its own way, but it just seems like such a low amount when you need upwards of around 20,000 to buy something in this game. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much the video. This was just a topic I really wanted to talk about because when I came across the article, it just blew me away because I'd never seen something so ridiculous for a video game. It's also kind of crazy because I don't know the life cycle of like Street Fighter games, but Street Fighter 5 has been out since like 2016, so it's going on like 3 years old, and they're just now like placing advertisements in the game for an upcoming tournament. I don't even know if Capcom has done this before with previous Street Fighter games. I literally have no idea, but it's just, it caught me by surprise when I first read about this, and I figured you guys would be interested if you haven't already heard about this story. So as usual, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How excited are you guys to start seeing advertisements in video games? I cannot wait. It sounds fun. 2019 is going to be great. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Turn on notifications. Follow me on Twitter at @the-david. At my Discord. The links to my social networks are in the description and in the outro. Later, guys. Give me forever for a while. Give me forever for a while. Quit acting like a